Hey everyone, welcome to my room, or my office, I guess, in my new house. So today I wanted to talk about something that I did say I was going to talk about in the first video, but this video is specifically about my skin. So if you don't know, I think it's a little bit obvious, but I have vitiligo. That is a skin disease that takes away the pigment in your skin. So for me, being somebody who's naturally white, it doesn't show that much, but you can still see it. Like if you're looking right now, you can see it's pretty obvious around my lips, around my eyes. I have like reverse cat eyes, but like this is my natural skin color that's slightly tanned, and then this is the pigmentless skin. It's most noticeable on my face probably because I've been outside quite a bit and I'm quite tanned, but then also on my neck quite significantly. There's like no pigment on the back of my neck at all, which is really bad for being outside. And then my hands as well. My hands are super white. So this is my like tan skin, and this is my pigmentless skin, and I've got dots and freckles, and that's on both hands, and that's just a watch thing. But then also it goes up my arm. It also goes up my arm on the other side, and then I'm not going to show you, but my back is also spotted almost. It's almost like I used to say to myself, it's like, oh yeah, I'm like a zebra or something, but it's really more like a cow, because cows always have those like irregular dark spots. But for me, it's the opposite. I have irregular white spots, but it's on white, so it doesn't look too drastic. But that is the thing that is wrong with my skin. It's not something that's going to kill me one day or something like that. It's really just like a visual thing, and then it also affects me in terms of the sun. The sun really bothers my skin, and so I burn really easy. I'm currently mildly sunburned, even though it's winter. So, well, it's technically fall, but it's cold, and I still get burnt. That's just my life. At least it has been for the past 2 years. So I figured I may as well take this time to tell you about that, tell you the story of how this happened, and then, I don't know, maybe you'll just have some context as to why I look the way that I do. I know I'm a bit weird in terms of looks, but this is me. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention, my beard covers up quite a bit of it, but like this side of my face is also white here. I don't like the way that looks. Like this stuff is more uniform. Like it's white on both eyes. It's white around both sides of my lips, but only one side is white, and I don't like the way that looks. So that's why I have a beard most of the time, just to cover that up. I used to be pretty worried about the way that I looked, but this has been something that really kind of helped get rid of that, because now I'm very unique. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, to me it's just kind of helped me to not care anymore. I'm just like, this is just who I am. I have to accept it. Oh yeah, I've got the camera balanced on my PSP game collection, at least most of it. I don't have a tripod or anything. Oh, and the camera is my phone as well. So how this happened was 2 years ago, 2018, I started a new job right out of college, like directly out of college, where I was working for a construction company, and they put me in a company vehicle, which was the best thing about that job. But that also meant that the expectations were very high in terms of where I needed to go and be, and they just kind of like would send you anywhere because you don't really have an excuse. It's like you've got the car, it was a truck. You got the truck, so you could just go. So like one day, as an example, I showed up to work on a Monday, and they're like, you should bring a change of clothes because you're going to be going to Timmins, which, if you don't know, Timmins from Toronto is like 9 hours north. They're like, yeah, you're going to Timmins, you're doing something you've never done before. Have fun. Bring a change of clothes. You'll be there for 4 days. And then I ended up being there for 2 weeks straight. So it was very unpredictable, and it was just like, it was incredibly stressful for me, especially not being somebody who at that time was very confident in themselves, in my abilities to even do that job. I was very new to that job as well, and they're just like, hey, just go and do stuff. Like I lived in a hotel for like a month at that work. And as somebody who was not used to that, it was not good at all. During that time, I was under a lot of physical stress because it was a very physical job. And I was also under a lot of just like mental stress. And it seems to me that that stress and the combination, especially the physical stress, like I was working very hard physically, and that caused my body to kind of, I don't know, react. I had kind of pent it up. I was building it inside of myself, and it came out in the form of this instead of like worry for whatever reason. So obviously, as soon as I saw the first bit of this coming up, I went to go see a dermatologist because I was like, what is wrong with me? And she immediately diagnosed me with this, like without hesitation. She already knew exactly what was going on. And when I asked like what I could do, what I could do to try and stop this, it was way less bad than back then. It was just a couple spots on my neck. She said that I should live a less stressful life, which I can't say that I've entirely managed to do, but I have done a lot better at that in the past 2 years since that job, since I was laid off and then did not return to that job. It was really bad though. That was such a hard experience for me, to the point where when I was laid off for the winter, I had nightmares about that job for months. It was really rough. I know that doesn't sound bad to some people, they're just used to it, but for me it was horrible. I just couldn't take it, couldn't deal with it. And thankfully I have something better now, but still this continues to develop, continues to get worse. It doesn't seem to be stress that does it anymore, although I don't know, it just keeps going. I have cream, but it doesn't really work. It just irritates my skin, it turns it red, and I'd rather it be pure white than be red. So I don't use it too often unless I'm really feeling like I need to. So yeah, that's what's wrong with my skin. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, this is weird for me. This is a totally non-car related video, isn't it? I mean, you can see my Lego collection up here. I've got a bunch of Lego cars. This right here, a couple of these creator models. I really like these. There you go. There's your car content for today. I'll see you again this Saturday for some actual like automation content. Is that what you're here for? Is it? Okay, see you soon.